When's the last time you actually sat down with a canvas and, made a masterpiece?
Oh gosh, I remember when I was like super young and my babysitter would have us
Really, your babysitter?
Really young, and I think I maybe painted like 2 canvases, and then I think we hung it up after that and realized this is not gonna be for me.
So it's been probably over a decade or something.
Yeah.
It's been a heck of a freshman season from you, but I really want to go back to the summer of last year, the short window of time between the state championship game and your first day at Detroit Mercy. What did you think of your career at that point?
I mean, that was like truly like being a part of Springfield softball was just a crazy experience itself. Just like being a part of that family. I don't think a lot of teams like get that like in high school ball, but like really like it's just crazy. But that was like, we were really just one big family. So like moving on from that was definitely hard. But then like I was just so excited to like get honestly right into it and start working for my college ball and just like getting a little break, but just like being with my teammates and still working together to get better for our college teams.
Why Detroit Mercy?
I think the first time I just like stepped on campus for my visit, I was just like in awe of the campus. It's just a beautiful place. And after talking with the coach like over time, I just really liked it, and hearing about their academics there really led me there. But then also just again, seeing I remember when I first walked up on the deck and just like seeing the team, seeing their bond together, and then like seeing how welcoming they were to me really like led me there, because like again, coming from Springfield and being with such like a close-knit family, I was scared I wasn't gonna find that in college. But I think just like even from that one visit and seeing how close they were, really just like, I was like, wow, I think this is the place I wanna be, so.
Not everybody wants to play softball in college, but what is it about softball that satisfies a need that you can only get by playing the sport?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I played volleyball, I played basketball, I played all of them, and I loved them all so much, but I think just from a young age, playing travel softball, I don't know, it's just something stuck to me more there than the other sports did, and like, don't get me wrong, I do miss those sports so much, and like, it does, like, that was a hard thing for me, like, realizing in college I'm gonna have to choose one, but I think just like, even from a young age, I've just always been the most passionate with softball.
And you locking in on softball, you won a lot at Springfield. At Detroit Mercy, maybe you didn't win as much as you wanted to in your freshman year, but which side of the coin did you learn the most from?
Honestly, a good mix of both. I think it's like, you go from Springfield from like having the culture of like a winning program, like you're like, you go there, you know, like you're there to win, you're there to like do great. But I also think coming into Detroit Mercy and like being a part of a group of girls that are working to get better to like be that great is also something really cool, and it teaches you so much that like at Springfield you're there, you're winning, you're in that groove, but at Detroit Mercy we're building something to be in that groove, and I think it's really cool to be a part of that, and just like seeing like us all like want it so bad that we're like pushing each other to be like 1% better in the weight room every day, 1% better on the field every day, and I think that's like really cool.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because obviously at Springfield, you guys won all the time. You guys were consistently one of the best programs in the state. At Detroit Mercy, you're building towards that point. What is the mental hurdle towards, for the first time in a long time, not being the best team or best program?
Yeah, I think, I mean, honestly, I've been with like, even like just like playing so many for different teams and like different sports, I've definitely like been on like losing teams, I've been on winning teams like Springfield softball, and I think it all teaches you different stuff, and I think just like in general, I've like been on the losing teams, and I think those like honestly, sometimes you need those to like just like get a better perspective on like different things, and just like want it that much more. It really does make you like want things that much more, and makes you want to work so much harder. And I think like that's one thing at Detroit Mercy, we just have such like a great group of girls, and we like want it for each other, and we want to work harder for this program, and I think that's like, you can't get that everywhere, you know?
And you led the team in OPS as a freshman. What's the difference between Hannah before the first practice of the season versus the Hannah after the final game of the season?
I think it's a lot of just like mental, like it's like the mental part of the game, and just like a lot of like self-talk. I'm like really big on like being super positive, and like, don't get me wrong, like being there like in the fall, like I was definitely very nervous, but then I like really just sat down with myself and realized that like growing up, like this is what I've been working for like my whole life, you know, like all the early practices, all the camps, everything. Like it's all for this. So like now's just my chance to like go out there and show them what I got. So why would I do that nervous? You know, why would I not give it my 100%? And I think once I finally like sat down with myself and realized that, it really just like gave me a different outlook on it all. And it just like really helped me to like build my success there.
What helped ease that transition and make things maybe less nerve-wracking than it would be for the average freshman going into a program like that?
I mean, I think honestly, Springfield softball has helped so much with that. Like, I feel like our team has been in so many different like situations. I've been in so many like at-bats, like crucial at-bats. And honestly, the NLL and just like around like Toledo in general has so many great softball players that came out, and like just getting to play against like the great competition in high school made it like an ease almost in college, because I've seen the best of the best. I've played these great like players, especially when Rob, like, I mean, honestly, just the NLL alone has so many great players that have came out of it. But even just like when we would go up to like out of league play and just going to states twice, just having all that different experience has really helped.
You said you've been in those moments in the high pressure at bats. Every hit tells a story, but which one of yours is the one to make a movie about?
Oh, geez.
I know there's probably a lot to choose from.
I would definitely probably say my Grand Slam to go to states.
How did I know you were gonna say that? I was there for that, so that was my first pick.
No, definitely just because like, just the emotions of being a senior, and like, I know I talk about it so much, but just how close our team was. I think like going into that game, it was just a vibe of like, it's not like the other years, like really like you lose, like I don't have another like day with these girls, you know what I mean? So I think it's just like going into that game with like confidence that like, this isn't gonna be you know, like we're gonna make it to the very end, to like where we have to hang it up, you know what I mean?
What was it about that group? Because you guys are the winningest group in program history, 3 NLL titles, 2 state title game appearances. Why do you think that group is so revered in the Holland community?
I think just like, you can't find a team that was as close as us and like wanted it so bad for each other. Like genuinely, like everyone, it didn't matter if you were playing or not, we all wanted it and we all wanted to push each other to be the best. I also think like that like whole group of girls grew up, like we've been playing with each other since like such a young age, and just like getting to like watch like all of us like grow into the like women we were becoming and like the players we were. It was just like, you just wanted it so bad for the person next to you. And I think like you don't get that a lot in high school ball, and just like knowing that like your teammate wants it just as bad as you do is just like, it's just awesome. Even my grandkids will probably know them. They'll be calling them my grandma and stuff too, because I've just like never built a bond so strong with these girls, and like they're probably gonna like, most of them are probably gonna be in my wedding. Like it's just, I still like, it's so funny in college, almost every night we would call each other, just like catch up.
Wow.
Like there's not a day where we don't talk, and I think that's just like so cool that I built like a bond like that young, and we just got to grow up with that, you know?
What needed to be present within that group that not only remained consistent, but led to the type of winning you guys experienced?
I think just like the drive to want to get better every day, and we all wanted it so bad. Like, and it's just like Coach Rob every day, like we would like envision it. We would have people come to our practices and help us envision like the winning mindset, envisioning us like winning all these games. And I think just like having the confidence we did really helped. Oh my, there's just like so much.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm glad we have the time. That's why we're paying what we do.
I really don't think I would be the person I am today without Springfield softball, the player I am today. Just like honestly, all the experiences, all the like amazing coaches and feedback I've had, just like it really like has helped me like become the player I am today. And like it's honestly so cool. Like I still, if I need like any like direction or anything, I'll like call up Coach Rob, Coach Mike. They can help me out. They can help with like my mental game. Them like they would come to some of my games, and just like seeing them there, seeing like them still supporting me, cause like you don't get that a lot. Like you don't get your college, like I mean your high school coaches still like supporting you in high school, but it was just like we just had like that family bond with that team, and they want to see nothing but the best for us. So
when I was speaking to Cam, she said she was the one that kind of brought the music taste to the group. So I'm curious for you, what's the part of the team that you kind of brought the juice to every day?
Oh gosh, I would definitely say me and Cameron brought the energy. We brought the weirdness.
The weirdness.
We created the most craziest cheers, out of pocket cheers. We created like the craziest dances, but that was the best part. Our team was all for it, and they were like, okay, we'll learn this cheer, and if it's weird, but yeah, we definitely brought the fun.
Do you have a favorite cheer that you came up with?
Oh gosh, there's so many, but before every game, me and Cameron made a dance that we would do. And we also had this like one cheer for Cam. I can't quite remember it, but we would do that every game, and then our like pre-game dance that we like, it was like our superstition. We had to do it before.
Pre-game dance.
Yes, it was very weird, but you know what? We kept winning and we couldn't stop.
What gets you in the zone for a big game?
Yeah, I'd take the time to like say a prayer, and then I think just my little superstitions that I do like make me feel complete before a game. Like I always have to have a pink hair tie on my wrist, pink in my hair.
As Detroit Mercy softball steadily improves, where do you see yourself fitting in that puzzle?
Yeah, I think like as a freshman going in, I wasn't expected to like have like a big role, and I think the more like opportunity I got and like the confidence that grew within me, I think it was really cool just to like see us get better, like, and all the like great competition we played also, like to be a part of that, to get at bats against like great pitchers and great teams. I think it's really just like allowed us all to like grow and become better. And you know, I think just like all of my team like getting like to play great competition is only going to make us better throughout the years.
A lot of people talk about the mental side of the game, but they think it's just maybe watching a motivational video here and there. You mentioned self-talk multiple times. Walk me through what that process is for you.
Nights before games, like as I'm watching film and stuff, I would just like envision. I like speak it into existence almost. Like I'll sit there and like talk to myself like about my at-bats, about my fielding, about how like our team's gonna have success. Cause I always think if you envision it and if you like say something, it can happen. So I think, and it's just like believing in yourself like through anything, and just like when I have those like motivational speeches to myself, I really do think it helps and it calms me down and prepares me.
When did that become something that's just routine for you as opposed to just once in a blue moon?
Yeah, definitely at Springfield, like we, especially our senior year, we had a lot of speakers come in and talk to us about like that side of the game and stuff, just to like, because honestly, Coach Rob just wanted us like the most prepared we could be. And I think just hearing those speakers talk, I really like sat there and reflected about them and just like, wow, like this really can. And I would like start like saying like little things to myself, start like preparing myself. And I just like seen it like honestly made such a big difference. Like just like thinking back to like my grand slam, like I remember before that at bat, I was just like on deck, like just talking to myself. I talked to myself before that game, like, and I think just like, it's honestly just the little things that can make such a big difference.
You seem to have a lot figured out, and you're only a rising sophomore. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being still figuring it out, 10 being you're the best you can be, where do you fall right now as a softball player?
I don't even know if I could put a number on it, because I think you can always work to be better. And I think it's like honestly cool to like want to be better and work hard every single day. And like, I don't know if like, there's a point where you can be satisfied, but I also think you can always become better. And I think that's like the cool part about it. So I don't know if I could put a number on that, because you know, like even if I see success, I'm always wanting to get better, always hungry for more, yeah.
So how much would you say you got everything you wanted out of your freshman season?
I would say I'm like truly so grateful for everything, like so blessed, like have the experiences I had and stuff. But I think like as a team, we can always get better. We always want more. And that's honestly what I'm so excited for the seasons to come, because this team is just so hungry, and I'm really excited to see what we can do.
What's the thing you're going to be harping on to improve heading into next year?
I think just like focus on the little things.
Yep.
I think the little things play such a huge part. And I think if I just keep like dialed in on like the little things, I know I can do I know I can make routine plays. I know I can do all that, but just like working on the little things, the little fixes to make me that much better will definitely help.
I have to ask, because Cam said she was interested. What is the outlook on you becoming a coach in the very distant future?
Oh my gosh, actually it's so funny. Me and Cameron talk about we would talk about all the time how we're gonna take over Springfield softball.
Really?
Like,
so,
yes.
so it's on the goal for like 20 years from now.
It is. That was definitely something that I would love to do, look into. I love just helping younger girls who look up to you, and just in general. I think it's so awesome that, especially playing at Springfield, we had the opportunity that so many little kids looked up to us. Mm-hmm. And especially when we would have our little summer camps or Coach Rob's little 8U team, just knowing that those girls, you don't realize, especially at the high school, you don't realize that like people do look up to you, but just like knowing that they do really just like helps, like it makes you like want to like help them out and like teach them. So it's definitely been a thing. Me and Karen talk about a lot how we're gonna be the next Coach Rob and Mike.
What does that first practice look like?
Baseline. No. No. I definitely see myself like if I were to ever coach, be like one to like talk them through a lot of things and like see the mental side, because I really do think like the mental part of softball is so much bigger than the game itself. I think everyone can make the routine plays and stuff. It's really just like the mental side. So I really like see myself like putting that into kids early on, and like if they realize that early on, I think that can make them such a better player.
Why do you think people don't focus on that as much early on?
Because I think like, especially early on, like the girls just want to go out there and play. And I think that's like when you do best, when you're just having fun with your friends. But then once you start to like see stats and like you have to do good here, and just like when all that comes into effect, I think it just like can play with some like people's heads and like just make you like, honestly, some people like lose the love, or like that's when you get in slumps. And I think just like being able to like stop that early on can be a lot of help.
What's the music like?
I'll leave that up to Cameron. She
Really?
has, she always has had, I get my.
All right, let's say she's out sick, and now you gotta take the aux. What are we bumping as we're practicing, as we're in the batting cage?
Oh, we're definitely gonna have some Boozy.
Okay.
Boozy.
Yo, y'all got some good taste. That's crazy. That's crazy. I did not expect that answer at all. That is nuts. Some Boozy. What's the song that got you the most hype before games in high school?
Oh gosh. Definitely Wipe Me Down by Boozy. We would.
Oh snap!
That would get us going.
Nah, that's a wrap. Wow, forget it. Y'all, nah, that's a wrap. Wipe Me Down. Is that a superstitious thing, or is it like?
It was. We actually had to play that before every game. And then also me and Cameron would have to dance to Thriller before every game.
By Michael Jackson.
Yep,
you guys had to dance to Thriller.
Yes, we did.
Like, it's not non-negotiable.
Yep, had to do it every game.
What are the types of players that you would want in the program?
I think I want people that like want it for their teammates as much as themselves. I think you really like, softball's such a team sport, and I think you can't have any like, I want this, I want that. It needs to be, I want it for the team, you know? I think softball's such like a we sport, and like you need to be able to like want to do good for your teammates.
Winningest group in program history, 3 NLL titles, 2 state championship game appearances. When you're writing the book, what are you titling it?
I would say left a legacy.
What is the legacy you think you guys left?
I think just like in general, like all the success we had, but then again, all the bonds we made, and like just everything we've been through as a team, all the accomplishments, and just everything like that is just the legacy that people will look at and be like, wow, that's awesome. Ready?
Oh, yours is much better. Much
Yours
better.
isn't bad.
Mine is horrible. Terrible.
Oh,
I mean, the laces on my ball, I kind of rushed that, I must say.